Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayantam. So namaste everyone, and today we are going to speak about so-called the supreme experience according with the Kriya Yoga, according to the Kriya Yoga tradition. So actually, what does it mean, this supreme experience, when we speak about this enlightenment, the highest enlightenment according to Kriya Yoga approach? And of course, first of all, let me remember kind of three types of Vedanta philosophy school, and why it is very important for us. Because sometimes our mind creating such an illusion that we have a so-called ultimate truth, and it must be something one. Okay, if we think about certain philosophical system as the ultimate truth, and if somebody else suppose not agree with us, we easily say, okay, we are the one, and that person just ignorant. Okay, but really, let us just suppose that there is no any absolute truth. What if truth is personal phenomenon? You know, the idea of the absolute truth is actually pretty dangerous, because then we can ask such a one more dangerous question: who is the one, or who are that people, maybe a certain group of people who possess this absolute truth? And all kinds of religious and, by the way, scientific fanaticism is based on actually the idea of absolute truth. But so if we just follow the idea of personal truth, so it means what is concept picture of absolute enlightenment for me can be pretty different, quite different from the picture you have. And just a couple of minutes ago, I mentioned about three basic schools of Vedanta philosophy. Why it is very interesting and why it is so useful? Because even centuries and centuries ago, different groups of Vedic yogis, Vedic philosophers, Vedic sages, they already knew that actually there is not any one answer for that question. What does it mean absolute truth? What does it mean absolute enlightenment? The one school, the founder of one of the school was Adi Shankaracharya, and the name of the school is Advaita Vedanta. Another sage was Ramanuja, and the name of the school Vishishta Advaita Vedanta. Okay, and third sage Madhavacharya, and his school Dvaita Vedanta. And of course, some people in India or just in Vedic yogic communities, they absolutely sure that Adi Shankaracharya is the top guy. This is the top level. But at the same time, there are schools who just think that Madhavacharya is the one who understood, the highest level of reality. Okay, you may be familiar with these names, Adi Shankaracharya, then Ramanujacharya, then Madhavacharya. You can know all that different types of commentaries which they published centuries and centuries ago, commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, then Brahma Sutra, etc. You may just not so, but the main question, or at least one of the main questions in our life, at least if we speak about religious and esoteric life, is connection between soul and God. Connection between soul and God. If you are, maybe prefer not to speak about soul and God, let me explain the same, using different terminology. For example, what is the connection between absolute consciousness and personal consciousness? That's basically the same. You can describe this question as connection between God and soul, or you can describe it as the connection between, absolute reality and human reality. Of course, I'm speaking about consciousness, etc. And some schools, they say that personality, soul, is just an illusion. And when we practice meditation and experience step by step higher and higher levels, then duality disappears. And then what remains? Just absolute consciousness. Of course, on this physical or, let us say, social level, we understand that difference is there. This house belongs to somebody, and the next belongs to somebody else. Just there are 3 cars in front of me, and owners are there. We have happiness and suffering, success and failure. Social, financial, and it's very much, proving that we have personality. But at Advaita Vedanta school, I don't want to say that Adi Shankaracharya was founder of this school. Of course not. He was the one who composed certain important scriptures on that very ancient, type of philosophy. His point is that, personality is jiva, soul is absolute illusion, and then what is the goal to achieve is just to experience this oneness and disappear in the divine consciousness. But for the Ramanuja, another great sage from South India, by the way, they're all from South, so the picture is totally different. For the Ramanuja Acharya and the Vishishta Advaita school, the top level self-realization or enlightenment, it was not that, doesn't mean actually that your personality, your soul must disappear. So this is quite mysterious question. What's happened with your soul or personality, personal consciousness, when you dive into the deep, deep, ocean of consciousness, God, meditation. And I'm not going to give you so-called absolute answer for this question at the moment, but I just want to put a number of questions for you to think, to contemplate, and just to suppose that there is no any absolute truth, absolute answer, but there are many choices, and the truth is kind of personal phenomena. But you have to be clear where actually you are going. What is the picture of that highest achievement you are planning to experience? For that, it's good to learn philosophy and just, at least for the beginning, create any image of that. Of course, when you will grow more and more, the picture will change. Picture will change. It's never like absolute itself, but it's sometimes helpful to know how it looks like, this enlightenment which you wish to experience, at least how you can understand it for the moment, for the now. God bless you. See you next time, and invite you to watch my videos on Kriya Yoga, Mahatma Gurus, Mahavatara Babaji, Sai Baba, etc. Namaste, Sai Ram.
Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayantam